It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Savannah Bananas owner, Jesse Cole. How are you doing today?
Brandon, excited to be with you, my friend.
That's good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to own a baseball team?
I don't think anyone really wakes up or as a kid wants to be an owner of a baseball team. They want to be a player. And that was my goal for a long time, to play professional baseball. And I was so fortunate to get pretty close to that opportunity with a full scholarship and start to get letters from the teams. I remember getting Christmas cards from the New York Mets and letters from the Padres and the Braves and the Pirates. But fortunately, I tore my shoulder and that ended that career. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me because it got me into the front office. And that's where I was meant to be, for the rest of my life, running a team from the front office and really trying to create fans and make baseball fun. And so I was fortunate that I got injured so I didn't have to play anymore, that I could do what I was meant to do.
Did you ever make it to the major league?
No, I tore everything in my shoulder when I was in college. So it was the best thing that happened to me because I didn't get that opportunity to go play professional baseball. So I was very grateful for that injury.
What was your time like as the owner of the Gastonians?
You mean the Gastonia Grizzlies?
Yes, the Gastonia Grizzlies.
Well, I took over the team. There was only $268 in the bank account. There was only 200 fans coming to the games, and it was failing. So it was an extreme challenge. So I think what makes it very interesting to take over sports teams or run sports teams when you have a huge challenge ahead, a huge journey ahead. And there was no one coming to the game, so we had to make it about entertainment. And so I think Brandon, a lot of teams, what they do is they focus on the wins and losses. We never focused on the wins and losses. We focused on the fans and how to create a better show. So that's why our players started doing choreographed dances. That's why we started serving donut burgers, donut dogs, having flatulence fun nights, pregnant nights, salute to underwear nights. And started making grandma beauty pageants, started having a circus, and fans started coming. We started selling out games, but it was a long journey, 10 years in Gastonia to learn on how to attract people to come to a game, which they weren't attracted to coming in the past.
How did that help you now to become the owner of the Savannah Bananas?
Learning. I think we're so often today, we are impatient in what we want for ourselves. But on the back of our Fans First playbook, it says, be patient in what you want for yourself, but be impatient in how much you give to others. Got to learn. We all want the followers, the likes, the comments, the dream job right away. But you got to get your hands dirty. In the beginning, I was doing everything. I was concessions, I was hiring, I was marketing, I was sponsorship, I was involved in the players, I was involved in everything. And I was bad at most of it. But I was able to learn and understand what it takes to run a successful baseball team. So, when at that point, after 10 years of learning and seeing what failed, what worked, what didn't work, I thought it was a great opportunity to take the next step and go all in, and which we did. We went all in from zero debt to over $1 million in debt to buy a team, put money into it, and go all in.
Can you talk about, of course, the process of becoming the owner of the Savannah Bananas?
Take on a lot of debt. So basically, very simple. There was an expansion team available. We had to buy an expansion team to go to Savannah because Savannah had minor league baseball teams. So they had minor league baseball for 90 years. So before that, even Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Lou Gehrig, Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle, Jackie Robinson, they all played at our ballpark in Savannah. But professional baseball could never draw fans. No one came to the games. The former team, a New York Mets affiliate, was drawing, a couple hundred fans here and there, very rarely sold out, if any. And so they wanted a brand new stadium. The city said no, so they left. So when we found out that team left, I went to the commissioner of the league and I said, we'd love to put a team here. And so we had to buy an expansion franchise, and we didn't have any money. My wife and I, we were young. And so fortunately, we were able to get it financed, and we took on some big loan, and we convinced the city of Savannah to let this college summer team come into town. We got our lease and we came in, and it was myself, my wife, our 24-year-old president, 3 22-year-olds out of college. We showed up. The former team had cut the phone lines, cut the internet lines. Everything was taken out of the stadium. So we grabbed a picnic table from outside the park. We brought it into an abandoned storage building, started using our cell phones and calling people in the community and saying, we're here. The only problem is they weren't ready for us. We didn't earn the respect or earn the fans when we first arrived. So we only sold 2 tickets in our first 3 months. And it got so bad that in January of 2016, my wife and I received a phone call that we'd overdrafted our account and we were completely out of money. It was that point that my wife and I sold our house. We emptied out our savings account and we got an airbed down in Savannah. We went all in. We put the little money we had into the team and we had to really make some noise. So we went all in.
Can you talk about, of course, I know that I've heard that you're not a minor league team, but you're kind of like the new Charlotte team where it's a major league affiliation.
No, a minor league team is an affiliated team. So Charlotte is a minor league team. We are not affiliated with any major league team. So we are not minor. So there's major league, AAA, AA, high A. Then there's independent professional baseball. And then there's us below that, college summer baseball. That's what the Savannah Bananas have been the last 5 years. And when coming in only selling 2 tickets to now selling out every single game, over 4,000 fans a game, and a wait list for tickets in the thousands, it's at that level. But now we are developing a professional team, an independent team called our Premier Team that will travel all over the country and play games. And so that is a professional level, but it's not affiliated by any major league team.
What is that process like of developing a professional team?
We're going through it, my friend. How do you think it goes?
It's very hard.
Yeah, you gotta put your name out there. So luckily, we've developed more followers on TikTok than any major league baseball team. We have almost 400,000 followers. We have a very big following on Facebook and Instagram. We have a big email list. We make videos. We have a whole video team. So we promoted it like crazy. We got Dallas Braden, Josh Reddick, and other major league players supportive of it. Jake Peavy and in Mobile, and we've all promoted it out. And we got players from all over the country to come to town and try out. And we just picked our roster. And so 35, the most talented, entertaining players. And now we'll see how they perform when we have 4 games in March.
What is the atmosphere like on game day?
It's a circus. So imagine showing up to a game and the first thing you'll see is parking penguins, people in penguin costumes parking your car. As you pass the parking penguins, you'll see our players outside passing out programs and greeting fans and signing autographs. Then you'll see our 1960 Savannah Banana, a 1960 Volkswagen bus that's all decked out in bananas gear. And then you'll hear our pep band, our 15-piece banana pep band playing music. Then you'll see our ticket takers in banana-shaped banana costumes, ripping your banana tickets. And then you'll see our professional high fiver. You may see our breakdancing first base coach out there, or the Banana Nanas senior citizen dance team. You'll see the Mananas male cheerleading team with pom-poms celebrating outside. It is an absolute circus. And then during games, every single half inning, there's a promotion. We have promotions during the games. We're pieing fans. There's dance-offs. There's sing-offs. There's races that people have never seen. This isn't your grandpa's game where there's a mascot race and a dizzy bat. We don't do a mascot race, and we don't do dizzy bat the normal way. We have banana babies. We throw out first bananas. Everything is to our theme of fun. So the atmosphere, it's a circus, and a baseball game may break out.
Can you talk about, of course, the process of, I saw that you wrote a book called The Yellow Taxi. Find Your Yellow Taxi.
Find Your Yellow Tux.
Oh, Tux.
Yeah, not taxi. I don't know anything about taxis. I know very little about taxis. Find Your Yellow Tux, how to be successful by standing out. I believe everybody has something that makes them stand out. We weren't born to fit in, we were born to stand out, but we're often afraid. We have fear. We're able to find what gives us energy, what lights us up, what we're the best at, and do all of it. And so basically what over the last 15, 20 years, I've been able to find my yellow tux. And in fact, I own one. I'm wearing one as we're talking. I own 7 of these. I proposed in it to my wife in front of a sold out crowd. She said, yes, I wear it all the time. This is my uniform. It's my figurative expression of saying what makes me stand out. It's my energy. It's my craziness. It's my out of the box thinking. I like to have fun, but everyone has that. And often we kind of hold it back. And yet so many people are doing the 9 to 5, yet they're not living, their best potential and what their best is. And so that's what the book shares, my journey to find my yellow tux and how different people have done that as well.
Can you talk about, of course, what it's like going on the road to share your story?
Going on the road for the team or going on the road personally?
Personally, to share your story about your book, Find the Yellow Tux.
Oh, well, the first thing I did, whatever's normal, do the exact opposite. That's a mantra that we live by. I did a world book tour at Epcot. So I literally went to Epcot and went to each little country in Epcot and my World Book Tour promoting the book, which was ridiculous until a security guard saw me in Morocco and said, "Sir, you're going to have to leave. You're confusing the guests here at Epcot as one of our characters." So I got kicked out of my World Book Tour, but it was a joke. It created tension. Here's the deal. I believe every leader needs to share who they are, what they stand for, and who they are not. And so whether they write a book, whether they wrote a book, whether they didn't, I think we need more leaders out there sharing and talking about what they believe in. We need more people that have conviction in their beliefs and what they stand for. And so, yes, I've been fortunate to give hundreds of speeches all over the country and internationally, now obviously all virtually. But yeah, I share, what I believe on how you can create fans, how you can stand out, how you can market differently, what makes you unforgettable. So many brands, so many people are unremarkable. Well, what makes you unforgettable? If you create an unforgettable brand, you're unstoppable. And I think that's what is so important, to stop talking about all these different metrics and sales and revenues. Talk about your fans. Talk about what you're going to do to create fans. Every decision we make with our team is about fans, everyone. And most teams aren't dumb enough to throw away hundreds of thousands of dollars that we do every single year because we're making decisions for fans. That's why we eliminated all of our sponsorship at our stadium. We're the only ad-free stadium in the country because we don't believe fans come to a ballpark to be sold to, marketed to, or advertised to. It's the reason why we have free shipping. It's the reason why every ticket is all inclusive at our ballpark. We don't try to nickel and dime our fans. You pay $5 for a burger, $4 for a hot dog, $5 for soda. It's all included. All your burgers, your hot dogs, your soda, your chicken sandwiches, your water, your popcorn, your dessert, everything, and your ticket, $18 total. That's it. It's why everything, there's no ticket fees. There's no convenience fees. Everything is fans first. And so when you're that clear on who you are and what you stand for, it's very easy for fans to gravitate towards you. And that's what we've been trying to do.
What are some of your accomplishments as the owner of Savannah Bananas?
It's not about me, the accomplishments of our team. We don't talk about wins and losses, but we've won more games than any team because we talk about the fun, the culture, the atmosphere. What are our biggest accomplishments? A gentleman coming up to me in the last game of the year and saying, "Thank you. You guys saved my life." And I go, "Excuse me?" He goes, I was in a very dark place during COVID in March, April, May, and I had nothing to look forward to. And I found out you guys were going to play. And immediately I had something to look forward to. And I came out to the first game and I saw the fans dance and sing and the players have fun. And I had this new excitement, this new energy in my life. You guys saved my life. Or the gentleman that came up to me 2 seasons ago and said, "Thank you," and gave me a hug. And I go, "For what?" He goes, "My mother and I haven't talked for years. But she came out to the first game and watched the dancing players and the breakdancing first base coach and the Bananas, and she had so much fun. My mother and I now sit together at every game. You guys help bring together my relationship with my mother." Those are more important accomplishments. How do you provide joy, fun, happiness? That's an accomplishment. It's not the fact that we have more followers than any Major League Baseball team in TikTok. It's not the fact that we've sold out more games than anyone. The fact that we've been Business of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year, fastest growing company. That doesn't matter at all. What matters is how do you make people feel? Because nothing matters more than making people feel like they matter. That's it, period. And so when I think we ask about accomplishments, everyone looks for these superficial accomplishments, successes. That's not what it's about for us.
That's so inspirational. How have y'all with COVID impacting, how have y'all adapted to this upcoming season?
Well, we played last season. We played during COVID last season. So just it's your DNA of your company, who you are. We found a way. We've always found a way. When my wife and I were sleeping on an airbed, when we had to shut down before a season and everyone said you can't play, we found a way. I think companies are built by the challenges and the adversity that you have. When you have adversity and challenges, do you dig in or do you retreat? A lot of people retreat. This past year, most teams, most leagues, they canceled. It was easier. It was hard to play during COVID. It was not easy. Temperature checking, mask, COVID tests, social distancing, new screens up, new procedures. It was hard. But the greatest businesses, the greatest leaders, the greatest teams, they thrive on the hard. They love it. It fires them up. I had a bounce to my step during COVID. Still do, because we're doing the hard. That's what makes it interesting. So, how do we battle through this? Keep getting creative. You keep showing up. You're there for your fans. When you're guided by your fans, you find ways to show up in ways that people didn't expect you to show up. You find new ways to innovate. This past year, we had drones during games. We had mic'd up players. We had fans determining who would pitch at the end of the game. We let our fans involved in the show. We had to get creative ways. We had to turn away 50,000 people that already bought tickets because they couldn't come because of social distancing. Embrace the hard.
Like you said, you had fans control like the pitches and stuff. Is that something that you will do like in the future, like this upcoming year and futures ahead?
1,000%. Sports shouldn't be a spectator sport. Fans should be involved in every part of the game. And that's what makes it interesting. In our new game that we invented that we're playing on the road, banana ball, if fans catch a foul ball, it's an out. It's an out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you know what? We all want to feel like we're a part of something. And in most sports, we are just a spectator. But what if you felt like that you could actually make an impact on the game? Not only by how loud you are, how you cheer, that home field advantage, but making decisions, the lineup, who's going to pitch, the entrance music, those decisions. The future of sports, you have to give your fans more of a say. They have to have ownership. They have to feel like they have an opportunity to make an impact on the game. And so we are going to try to give every opportunity for those fans, and we're going to experiment a ton. Some's not going to work. I'll tell you, the first time we let the fans choose who was going to pitch our game, they picked a closer. He let up 6 runs in the 9th inning. It wasn't a good decision. Our coach wasn't too happy. It didn't work out. And a lot of them not going to work out. But it's showing that you care more about the fans than you care about yourself. The teams that do that are the ones that are going to still be standing in years to come and the ones that are going to be thriving. And so that's how we're going to make our decisions.
With Savannah Bananas being a fan engagement sport, do y'all also like get to pick up the batting lineup? So who would bat first?
Yeah, I mean, you mean our fans? What are you asking?
Yes. Do your fans like get to like?
Our fans have been involved. Yes, our fans have been involved in choosing who's going to start. Who's going to be in the batting lineup, not the whole lineup. We still want to make sure our coaches have a decision as they know the players better at this point. But yeah, we'll continue to ask those questions. The real question for any sports owner or operator is, are you too afraid to give up control? You can have control or you can have growth, but you can't have both at the same time. And I think a lot of owners want so much control that they aren't willing to let go and let the growth organically happen by letting their team make decisions and letting their fans be involved in the decisions. I'm not worried about control. I want to see growth because I know what we can do makes an impact on many people. So let go. And so you know what? Some things aren't going to go well. Some things are going to fail miserably, and that's okay. Let me ask you a question, Brandon. Do you know which major league player failed more than anyone else? Which major league hitter struck out more than anyone else that ever played the game? Do you know?
Babe Ruth?
That is the number one guess always. It's not, in fact, Babe Ruth. It is a player that hit 3 home runs in Game 6 of the 1977 World Series to propel the Yankees to a World Series championship. Do you know who that is?
Derek Jeter?
1977 World Series. It's known as Mr. October. Reggie Jackson's his name. All right? Reggie Jackson has struck out more than anyone that's ever played the game. Do you want to know something else?
What?
Reggie Jackson is a Hall of Famer. You and the thousands of people I've asked in speeches, no one knows the answer to that question is Reggie Jackson, because we don't know him for his strikeouts. We don't know him for his failures. We know him for his hits, for his home runs, for Mr. October. We know him as a Hall of Famer. So Brandon, the key is, are owners willing to try and experiment and strike out more than anyone else, but for the chance to have those big home runs, those big hits, to become a Hall of Famer? And I'll tell you, my friend, we are not afraid to swing hard and take a lot of strikeouts to get to some home runs.
That's amazing. What is the day-to-day life like as the owner?
I think so many people think owners, presidents, high up executives are so busy. I think the more successful you are, the less busy you are. Busy shouldn't be a badge of honor. We call someone today, it's like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Well, then you're not in control of your own schedule. I'm so fortunate what I do. I fill my schedule with things that give me energy. The things that don't give me energy, I'm so great that I have a team that does those things that give them energy. So my days in the off season, I'm doing a lot of podcasts, doing a lot of talking with my team. I do creating, writing, coming up with new video ideas, new strategy sessions, speaking with our president, our leadership team. I do a lot of reading, do a lot of writing, but I'm not busy. And I think that's a key thing that I'm fortunate to be able to learn. Years ago, I was running, doing everything like a chicken with my head cut off. Now I do what I want to do. That gives me energy. And so during the summer, it obviously changes. We're working hard on the entertainment, the script, the plans for our show every night. But right now I'm just spreading the word and sharing, what we believe in over and over and over again.
Can you talk about, of course, the process of, let's say, a team, like, for example, with me, I didn't know much about Savannah Bananas before I did research on it. But can you talk about that process of going out and spreading the word of Savannah Bananas?
Well, why is the word worth spreading? So if you want to be a remarkable team, you have to have something that's worth remarking about. So for instance, everyone's, I need to get more marketing, more attention. I need more people to know about us. Well, are you doing anything that's worth them talking about you? So every sports team should ask the question, what makes them different? What makes them unique? What are they doing that's special? What are the only one doing? Every sports team should think like a reporter. If I'm a reporter, do I want to cover that team? Is there something unique that they're doing that I want to tell a story about? Or are they the same as everyone else? So for us, I'm constantly talking with our team on what are we doing that no one else is doing? I mean, we invented a brand new game last year with new rules. We have the breakdancing first base coach. We have the senior citizen dance team, the male cheerleading team. We play games in kilts. We sell Dolce and Banana underwear. We have Make and Bacon, who's our rival. They're our urinal cakes, so our fans pee on our rival at the ballpark every night. We have Make and Bacon toilet paper. You could keep going. We're developing a banana hammock area at our stadium. All right. It's over and over and over again. We think about those unique things that are worth telling, worth sharing, worth talking about. We're the only team that every single ticket is all inclusive. You can't come into our stadium without getting all your food included. Can't do it. So when you look at all those moments, all those things, all those touch points, you start creating a story that people want to tell. So that's what I challenge sports teams to think about. Don't rely on wins and losses. Because the reality is, even if your team is winning, other people have seen that. That's not a great story. Everyone's seen a winning team. But what are the things behind the scenes that you guys are doing that are a little different, that are a little special? That's what we focus on.
What are some of your future plans with Savannah Bananas?
We put it out publicly, Brandon. It's out there. The 2025 vision. I think very few teams are afraid to hold themselves accountable. Here's what we're doing. We're becoming 24/7, 365. We're going to take this show on the road. We're going to play year-round games. We have this big vision for Grayson Stadium to be like a banana land with literally a destination for people to come year-round with zip lines and speakeasies and breweries and Airbnbs and tree houses and crazy things at our ballpark while also taking the show all over the world. So, it's out there and it's on us to make it happen.
What are some of your traditions that many people might not know?
Traditions that people don't know?
Yes.
Well, we have traditions at the ballpark every night. So we have the banana baby where before every game, we get a baby and got to be under a year. We put her or him in a banana costume. And we go to home plate. We have all the players on their knees with their hands up in the air. And we lift the baby up in the air and sing, Na Savannah, na hira, to play the circle of life. Hey, baby. The entire stadium, 4,000 people do, hey, hey, baby. Ooh, ah. We started a new tradition last year with the second inning stretch with a Richard Simmons impersonator, which is absolutely ridiculous. We'll probably start a new tradition this year with a halftime show, which no baseball team is doing a halftime show. We have a plaza party with our pep band and our breakdancing coach. After every night, there's a party celebration with our players dancing and our pep band dancing. There's a lot of things that happen at our ballpark. We have a visiting team hitter. That's our donut hitter. If he strikes out, everyone in the stadium wins free donuts. So everyone in the ballpark is going, donut, donut, chanting. Whenever we steal a base, we play Baby Shark, and the whole stadium goes, Daddy Shark, do 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 do. The whole stadium. So when you come to a game, you'll feel the traditions immediately.
What advice would you give upcoming general managers and owners looking to own their own baseball team?
Do it for the right reasons. So what I mean by that is you don't do it for money. You're not going to make a lot of money. Do it for the fans. Are you going to be adding something brand new for the fans that would make you proud, that would make your fans proud, that would make your family proud? If you're doing it for money, you're not in for the right reasons. If you're doing it just for baseball, you're probably not in it for the right reasons. If you're doing it just for the sport, do it for something bigger than that. Do it for the way you make people feel. And if you have that intention, you'll be very successful.
That's wonderful advice. Where can my listeners find Savannah Bananas at on social media and you at?
Where do you think, Brandon?
SavannahBananas.com.
You search Savannah Bananas, you'll find us. TikTok, like I said, our biggest following, 400,000. We got 40 or 50,000 on Facebook and Twitter. And then search Savannah Bananas. You'll find plenty of videos. We've done over 500 videos on YouTube, so we're always out there.
Thank you again, Jesse, for your interview, and best of luck in this upcoming year.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it, man.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Jesse, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thanks, Brandon.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.